Do you want your first 100 customers for your new startup? Most founders think that they have to spend thousands on paid ads before they can land their first client. But I got my first 100 clients without running a single ad. It wasn't luck, it was a system, and this is how. New founders think that they need to shell a lot of cash to get their first clients. They will spend on performance advertising, on Google ads, on Meta ads. But the truth is, there are so many channels available online and doing things that really don't scale, both online and offline, that can get you your first 100 clients as soon as possible and perhaps over the weekend. So in this video, we will learn about 5 specific tactics that I use to get my first 100 clients without paying a single dime. This is perfect for all the bootstrap founders, for founders who have a cash crunch, or if you're a first time founder and you want to try your hands at a business and you have something of passion that you want to build, or you already have a product but you don't know where to get your first money rolling in from. So these tactics will help you immensely. So the first methods of getting your first 100 clients is definitely direct outreach. I used WhatsApp, I used LinkedIn, I used Instagram DM to shoot a message to everyone that I knew that I am launching a new business, I'm launching a new product. So if you are interested in it, or if you know someone who's interested in it, then you can please send this proposal to them, or you can connect us and we will get things rolling. Now, this is a method that you will use in the initial stages, but keep this in mind, folks. Like, you will be surprised as to how many customers you can get this way. It's simply a very direct manner. It is simply one-on-one. There are no competitions to begin with. So it's an elevator pitch. You pitch them directly what the business is. The best part about this is that you will get your new customers, the early adopters as well. Your first 20 customers will be more valuable than your next 100, 200 customers, because they were your early adopters. They gave you that testimony. They helped you evolve your product and make it even better. So direct outreach is extremely important to take first. Keep this in mind. One thing that I always stand by is that offer value first. Offer, like, if you're doing if you're into the service business, if you are offering a service, then offer a free session first, offer a consultancy first, offer an evaluation first. So this way you get their foot into the door, and then once you've gotten them on board, move to a call or to a meeting and then sell them on the product or the service or whatever you may have. So if you're offering value first, you're reaching them directly, and you're soft, and it's not a generalized message. It is a message, like, if you're messaging someone on WhatsApp, you've definitely talked to them in the past. So a warm hi, hello, how have you been really goes a long way. So that is the first way of getting your very first client. And I'm sure that if you use direct connections and direct outreach, then you will definitely land your very first client, perhaps in the first hour itself. The second space where I love to sell and to find my very first clients are communities. Communities are spaces where your potential customers are already hunting for solutions, and it is a perfect place to get your next set of customers. This can be through Facebook groups, Instagram, WhatsApp communities, through Telegram communities, through Reddit forums or LinkedIn groups. So there are so many spaces where there are communities, Discord forums as well, where you can reach and you can join, you can start up a healthy conversation and then pitch your product or your service. It is important that you don't sell immediately. First, offer some value, talk in the group, understand what the problems are, and talk to each and every customer that who's responding to you, who's commenting on your posts. Talk to them directly, what their pain points are, and then start with pitching your products. This way will give you a better conversion rate and a better boost in your paid customers. I would also suggest that you share some value for free. Build your rapport within the community. Usually these communities are very tight knit. The people who are active are really active, so they know someone who's just joined in, and they don't want a spammer to join into their group and start spamming from day one. take a couple weeks, take it slow, talk to them about how they're feeling, what are the feelers, what are the pointers that they may have regarding the problem that we are facing, or something like, like a personal touch that you may have, or your experience in this field, whatever it may be. Example, if it's gyms, then talk about your favorite workout styles, or your favorite workout plan that you've been following, of your favorite influencer. First build up the rapport slowly and steadily, and then start pitching in your services. And if someone is asking a question as to, hey, is there a tool for this kind of a, is there a solution for this problem, and you are the solution provider, don't just start blatantly posting in links and all. Just reach out to them directly, raise your hand, like their post, and then you will see a much better and organic reach and a much organic growth in your customer account. The third method of getting your clients organically is organic content creation. Now, keep this in mind that this is not something that will happen within the next couple days or within the next 2 weeks. This will take time. But if you start making educational content regarding your product, your services, or in that arena regarding the problems that your customers may be having, you become some sort of an expert in the field. And then people automatically start reaching out to you to find solutions. And that is where you can actually provide your services or your product. Link to your services and product very organically. Don't be pushing it. It should not be, the content nowadays has to be education. You have to give value first before expecting something in return. So it should not be like it's an ad that is constantly being pushed to them. We have seen that the reach definitely falls down if it's ad like. If we are genuinely providing content, people do follow as well. They follow on to the journey, and a sense of brand loyalty then comes into play. You start building your own community of sorts, and then whenever you launch a new product or a service, you have hundreds of new clients just waiting to jump on the trend just to support you and your brand. This method always works, but it takes time. So start building your first content package, get your camera out, get your phone out, start building, start recording, even if it is day in the life, some educational content, get people onboarded to the brand, and start selling your first service easily, but be patient. That is the best thing that I can offer. The next way to get your customers is through referrals and partnerships. Now, once you've gained your customers from reaching out to communities, from direct outreach, now once they are your paid clients, they're understanding how good your product is or your service is, you can simply ask them to leave some Google reviews, to start recommending it to some people. And this is the best way of doing it. If they are your loyal customers, and if they are someone who've actually reaped or gained value from your product or your service, then you will definitely see them recommending you as much as possible. They may even share your product journey or your services within their social communities, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Facebook. You will be really surprised to see, if you can just simply ask that, if you can just share this post with your friends and your family, they will definitely do so. Partnerships also help tremendously. You have to partner up with the right people. They may be content creators, people who might have some value to give. This has to be a two-way street. You can't expect just to gain customers from just one source. You have to give something in return as well. So these might be collaborative products that you're bringing out into the market, collaborative events that you might be doing, or collaborative services that you might be bringing, getting some creator on board to get their face value, utilize their face value as much as possible. But then in exchange for that, you have to give some percentage of the revenue back to these creators as well. These kind of collaborations, these kind of partnerships really boost sales for new startups and new ventures. And I have used them myself. And with my first company, we partnered up with a few cricketers, and we pitch them with value. It is sometimes very tough to reach out to these cricketers, to these creators, to these influencers, but if you have something to give of value, they will definitely respond, and you will see someone who will understand your journey and will jump on the brand wagon with you. One more thing when it comes to referrals is that keep in mind that you always need to track that it works. A simple, keeping account of how many reviews you're getting or how many times you're being mentioned on various platforms. Certain KPIs or will help you understand how much you're growing and how much your referral system is working. And once a system works, let's say you're getting an uptake from Google reviews, then you can push on that platform a little more and then get more organic customers coming in your way. Before we move on to the next section and to the system to bring it all together, let's talk about some common mistakes I have seen founders make. I've seen founders spamming direct messaging, tons of people, tons of communities. This is the best way of getting blocked. You don't want to be sending out generic messages to 200, 300 people at once. You want a heartfelt and authentic message to be sent. Also, do not send something without value addition. Always think about how can you add value into the lives of someone you're reaching out to. If you are giving them a free valuation, a free trial, a free product, some discounts, and then you're asking something in return, then it makes sense. There is a repo that is being built between you and your potential client, so keep that in mind. You don't want to be part of the wrong communities. It doesn't make sense to sell something like a cosmetic product into a gaming community, for example. I have seen this happen in the past, so keep this in mind. Not every community is a selling platform or a selling funnel. Stick to your community, stick to the people who are actually like-minded, who want to be invested in you and your services, in your brand, in your products, and stick to those community and only send messages to them. The next problem that I've often seen is founders do not create content with proper strategy. They do not do research about what the problem points, the pain points are for their customers. Do some research about this. Create some educational content in that front. Don't be spamming, your brand, your service, or your product again and again. Understand what the pain points are. Create some educational content, and then lead with the ask. And finally, the biggest mistake I've seen founders make is not asking. Imagine. So I've seen people just reach out, give out value, but they're too shy or they feel hesitant to ask. You, as a founder, you've already taken a big risk with starting up your first product or your first service. You have to let the emotions slide. You have to be bold and be fearless and ask. You always ask, and you will be surprised to see how many people genuinely comply. And there is no way you will find someone who will be offended that you asked something from them. That is the most polite thing to do. You always ask, and then you will reap the rewards. The next method to get your customers is by creating the perfect launch sequence. This has to be a wait list coupled with an offer, like a buy one get one free, 2 months of free service, or anything that you can imagine. Why does this work? People usually respond well to urgent matters. They will sign up more, and you will see a better conversion rate and more people lining up for your product whenever you're ready to launch. Early customers become your best promoters, either through word of mouth or through social media. If you've provided good service or a good product, they will jump on the bandwagon soon. And the best part, this helps you create social proof. Those testimonials on your website, this is how you get them. Once you've provided good service, you can ask for a review, and then you can post that review on your website. A potential customer will always look at those testimonials from real, genuine people and will make that purchase. You will see that humans tend to trust more when we have seen other humans are already using a particular product or service. Now, finally, we bring it all together with the system. How do you prepare for the perfect launch, and how do you prepare for the perfect way to get your free customers? Before creating your waitlist, start interacting with people of the same community, either on Reddit or Facebook or LinkedIn. Start planning your launch so that you have customers whenever you're ready with your product. Start creating content from the first day itself so that you are an expert in your field by the time you're ready to go. And finally, collaborate with people, build partnerships, and see those customers line out of the front door. A few tips. Always remember to create urgency. always remember that a warm, genuine message will do much better than a generic one. Be involved in the communities and the groups like Facebook groups. Don't be a spammer. Create authentic content which is educational and shows an aspect in your life. That's it, guys. These are the best ways to get your customers. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. See you on the other side.